really a great pleasure and honor to welcome you here. I mean, this is the first short course that the Labex MATISSE, and I will explain you what in brief. I will just do a brief introduction, don't worry, not too many slides. It's the first short course that the Labex is organizing, and you will see that biomineralization is really in the central topics of this cluster of excellence. So why Matisse? Matisse means materials, interfaces, surfaces, environment. And you should guess that in these keywords a lot are related to biomineralization. Of course, materials, interfaces, which we will see are very important, especially between organic and inorganic phases in biominerals, surfaces, of course, and especially the surface that is in contact with environment. So I think that really this acronym fits well with the topics of this short course. And it has been built around chemists, physicists, and specialists of earth science around the UPMC, the Université Pierre et Marie Curie, and it's led by the consortium Sorbonne-Universités. So I don't know where, okay. So the roadmap that was given to the cluster of excellence that started in 2011 was quite, I would say, ambitious to increase excellence and scientific originality, to disseminate knowledge that we will create within this consortium, and thereby to increase the international visibility of the French research, to ensure excellence in curriculum, because we have also a duty in training young researchers, and play a leading role in master's and PhD level courses, and also to join in the strategy of our parent institution, so university and the museum also of national history here in Paris, and strengthen the research activities of the sites. So that's our ambition. So the Matisse Consortium, as I said, was built around mainly 3 disciplines, plus one that is also cultural heritage. That is also something that where materials play a big role, and we may have some illustration during this short course about what, in fact, this type of material can interact with the biomineralization topic. So 4 disciplines, chemistry, physics, and earth science, about 1/3 each. A lot of partners, partners meaning either labs or teams, or mainly located or dealing with the Université Pierre et Marie Curie. 400 permanent staff, both academic position or CNRS positions, and a lot of institutions, but this is the problem of the French system. I don't want to elaborate about it. What a bit is the specificity of the Labex and the material science in the Labex? Really what we wanted at the beginning by mixing chemists and especially mineralogists, I would say, was to play with either natural materials and synthetic materials. And this is, of course, really the central part of this type of biomineralization short course, is to look at natural materials and maybe to learn from nature, which is quite, I would say, what people are doing now in the field of material science, to try to build advanced synthetic material with improved functionalities. And also, as I said, material from cultural heritage. So, of course, we are dealing with synthesis, structure, properties, application. This is not really very original. The originality is really to look at this dual thing between natural materials and synthetic materials, and also trying to understand how they interact with the environment, and, if possible, to control the interaction with the environment. And this is also something that is very central to people dealing with biomineralization. Research program is built around different topics. You see that the first one is biomineralization. Then the second one is more focused, I would say, on synthetic approach to multifunctional materials and environment. So this is mainly people. The first one you will see here, of course, is very interdisciplinary. Second one is more focused on, I would say, chemist background. Third one, also multidisciplinary, is more physical chemistry approach to to look at interfaces, reactivity, surface reactivity, transport at all scales, because people are looking at atomic transport and others are looking, especially in the earth science part, to kilometer scale transport. Then a topic that is more centered on physics property, and especially what dimensionality and confinement will bring to properties, physical properties. Then a topic dealing with materials in extreme condition, where also I would say people looking at really earth materials, so natural materials, and also people trying to prepare and to characterize materials with extreme properties will meet together. And the last one, as I say, T, so transverse, since we have a lot of different teams dealing with modeling at all scales. And so there is this transverse topic also. Organization, just briefly to say that we are an executive committee. I'm the coordinator of this Labex, and Guillaume Fiquet, who is here, is the co-coordinator with me. And with 3 other colleagues, we are trying to manage on a day-by-day basis this large consortium, and we are helped by Florence Babonneau. You met her at the entrance. She's the administrator of this Labex, and Gwenaëlle Nequin should be around here. You will see her. She helps us for all the communication aspect of this Labex. What is important, there is of course some committee I will not speak about, but what is important, we built the Labex around some steering committee for each topics I listed in the previous slides, and there is representative of all the partners, and this steering committee in fact is managed by 2 coordinators, and the 2 coordinators indeed are the 2 organizers of this short course, so Thibaut Corradin and Karim Benzerara. And so this is really for us very important that this steering committee are helping us to prepare such event, to make in fact the Labex known, of course, and of course also to teach and to train people in the various scientific aspects that I listed before. So thank you, Thibaut and Karim, to take the initiative of this short course and to be the first, in fact, to organize short course within this Labex. I didn't say that Labex is supported for 10 years, a bit less, so it will end in 2019. It started in 2011. Main actions, call for proposal, that's the main action. I mean, we are spending, I would say, 90% of the budget in funding or co-funding a doctoral and postdoctoral project. And this is really the main event, I would say, of the Labex. And we have other scientific events like seminars, short course, invited professors. We are giving grants for master's students, and we are also taking advantage of one of these initiatives that was in parallel with the Labex. There was other type of structure that started that could start, and they are dealing with helping, in fact, the labs for technology transfer. And so we are not forgetting that we can also have some transfer of knowledge, I mean, that we create in this Labex, and we can really deal with the SAT to help us to make our research maybe useful. Ongoing Matisse project. Currently, we had 4 calls for proposals, 40 PhD projects supported, 13 postdoctoral projects, some co-fundings, so quite a lot, as you see, of projects that are funded by Matisse. Just to say briefly that we are mainly funding monodisciplinary or multidisciplinary, and we would like to increase, of course, the multidisciplinary project. And I think that biomineralization is really topics where we should find a lot of multidisciplinary projects. Hiring, I don't want to go deeper in this stuff. So what are the currently the project that Matisse is funding on biomineralization. So this, the list of the project, ongoing projects that started, I would say, in 2012. So the first PhD student will defend their PhD in 2015, so next year. So first one, biomineralization of carbonates from model system to living cells, with so a joint project between Jean-François Lambert and Karim Benzerara. Then another type of biomineral, quite famous, apatite, an in situ study of the formation of apatite in bone tissue models, and this is a project between Guylaine Constantin and Adi Nassif. Something that concerns more earth science, origin of calcified roots in terrestrial sediments, project between Arnaud Huguet, Matisse, Sylvain Bernard, UPMC. So then something related to other type of biominerals, I mean, especially centered around iron sulfide, mechanism of biomineralization and electronic transfers related to bacterial sulfatoreduction, a project between Jennifer Mio, UPMC, and Christelle Laberty, LCMCP. And here there is also the idea that using this type of bacteria, you can also make biocells. So there is an application that behind this type of project. Then project mixing, in fact, a chemist and also physician towards a microfluidic model system to understand precipitation of calcium oxalates, so other biomaterials, but more related to pathological calcification, so correlation with kidney pathology. And this is between Dominique Bazin, LCMCP, Ali Abou Hassan, Phoenix, and our colleagues from Hôpital Tenon in Paris. And project that is not directly related to biomineral, but more synthetic aspects, synthetic biomaterials, silica pectin nanocomposites, host, for cell encapsulation and materials for decontamination. So here the application is towards, in fact, trying to make efficient soil decontaminants between Francisco Fernandez in LCMCP and Patrice Barré in ENS Geology. So that's all the ongoing project, and I think you will have certainly posters on this project that you can see and discuss with the young researchers. And since the call for proposal just finished, I mean, and we will start project for next year. So next year we will have 3 new projects. One that is more theory, so but something important, theoretical study of biomineral surfaces and adsorption properties from so a project between Frédéric Tillins, LCMCP, and Bernard Baptiste, UPMC. Fossilization of biological apatites, so more in the aspect of apatites in fossils, so crystallochemical approach and geochemical application. Loïc Ségalène is STEP, Emmanuel Ballan, UPMC, and Christelle Gervais, LCMCP. And something related to the growth of shells, so shell growth during the development of the European abalone, Aliotis tuberculata, Thérèse Haïs, LCMCP, Stéphanie Bordenave, Borea. And what you can see from all these titles and people that, in fact, 8 Matisse partners are active in biomineralization. So really, this topic is really very important, central in Matisse. There is not maybe a lab that is truly dedicated to biomineralization, but there are a lot of actors and a lot of researchers that are active in this field. So I mean, that's why I think it's the explanation why this first short course starts with these very hot topics within the Labex. So communication just for you, mailing list if you want to diffuse some information to all the Matisse, or if you partners, or if you want to be part of this list, just tell us. There is a website. We will try to improve, but for the moment, at least it exists. And we have now a communication officer, Gwenelle Henker, who is doing a lot for us to improve the visibility of our Labex. And that's it. I was just now to welcome you first here in Paris, to wish you really a very pleasant week. I will follow the conference because, of course, I'm also interested with these particular topics. We have the chance to have very well-known researchers in the area, so I think that it will really be very fruitful week for all of us. And I thank you for your attention.